Alright, so in this tutorial we are talking about plosives. Now if you're thinking, what are plosives? Well, I'm gonna answer that right now. My name's Kristian and I am a video content producer, and today I'm talking about the annoying problem you get with plosives. If you haven't guessed already, plosives are little pockets of air that typically happen in P's and B's, where you're just exploding out a little pocket of air from your mouth when you pronounce those syllables and consonants. So when you hit the microphone with those p's and b's, then you get this very abrupt, not nice sounding sound in your microphone. Now, I'm at my computer right now, and this microphone I use for my web conferencing and any podcasting I do, whether it's my podcast or the podcast that I'm interviewed by, I always like using this microphone because it's a high-quality mic, it goes right into my computer, and it sounds great. Now, actually, while I'm recording this video, since the camera is here, where I'm normally looking this way for my monitor, since the camera's here, I'm actually more in line with the microphone, so those p's and b's, those plosives, come across a lot easier because I am locked on direct line of sight with the microphone, whereas when I'm looking at the computer here, my p's and b's go forward, not towards the microphone. So it actually comes across very clear. The mic picks me up, but it does not pick up those pockets of air like they would here. Those pockets of air. So that's exactly why my mic is placed the way it is because when I'm looking at my computer screen, I am not really putting air into the mic itself. It's off to the side. Now, in the event that it is like this and you're talking directly into a microphone and you start going off with your plosives, like your B's and your P's, I'm trying really hard to do those. I'm really accentuating them, but they do creep up into normal conversation when you're just having a good time talking with someone on Zoom or you're doing a podcast. The P's and B's do naturally come up without accentuating them like I am right now. So if you are talking into the microphone like this, direct contact where the mic is picking up all the air pockets that are coming out of your mouth, what can you do? Well, companies make these things called pop filters, which essentially goes right in front of the microphone. And what it does is when you're doing your plosives, your P's and your B's, the pop filter kind of takes the brunt. It takes the brunt of that air pocket, that initial push of air. It takes the brunt of it, so your p's and b's are much less harsh by the time it gets to the microphone. So having a pop filter in front of the mic when you're speaking directly into it is very helpful. If you're not speaking into the mic directly, kind of like what I do, you really don't need it. If you end up getting plosives, of course, a pop filter will help eliminate that. But just like this, if you're, on your computer, Zooming or podcasting or whatever the case is, and the mic is off to the side, you don't really need the pop filter. Personally, I think the pop filters look cool if you're doing video with a podcast. I think it adds an extra layer of professionalism just by looks, and by functionality, yes, if you're doing this, it does add. If I was doing this and I wasn't really speaking into the mic, this would get really annoying because it's close to my face. I could hit it. So I typically don't use a pop filter just because it's so large and in the way. But in the scenario where I do get those plosives, that's when I break out the pop filter and I make do with it while I'm recording a specific podcast or Zoom call. And any other time, I take it off and don't worry about it. But that's just about it for today. If you enjoyed this video and have more questions regarding audio setup for your computer for podcasting or Zoom calls, or really whatever content you're recording, make sure you check out the other videos on my YouTube and the posts on my website. And if you have any specific questions that aren't covered in this video or other videos you find, definitely let me know. Reach out. I'd love to talk and try and figure out how we can best incorporate video into your business. All right. Talk to you later. See ya. But that's it all. But that's all. Oh my gosh. I'm trying so hard.